to flattering me.
From what I hear, Cassie, you've taken this niche business, very smart marketing, by the way, to identify your community's need and fill it, and in just over a year you've made it successful. Besides that, you've built a reputation for going the extra mile for your customers and their pets. You've even been in the news a couple of times for solving some dicey cat-related problems for folks around town.
Sounds like you've been talking to the people at FOCA. I figured he must have heard all of this from the Friends of Chadwick Animals, with whom I'd cooperated on a few occasions.
You bet. They all think you're the cat's meow.
He punctuated the old-fashioned superlative by flashing another sexy dimple. I guessed Perry to be just a few years older than me, maybe early 30s, and wondered where he had honed his negotiating technique. If he had learned in the high-pressure atmosphere of Manhattan, at least he had been smart enough to dial down his approach today for the hinterlands of northwestern Jersey. I've already talked to FOCA about doing something with them for the Cat Expo, I told him. That's why you're here, right? He chuckled.
I'm sure you're a busy lady. Sorry for beating around the bush. I just want you to understand why I think you'd be such an asset to our event. Yeah, Rebecca Newmeyer at FOCA said you might be willing to demonstrate your grooming techniques on some of their shelter cats to help boost adoptions. She told me you even have a mobile grooming studio?
I do, as of just a couple of weeks ago. Want to see it?
Absolutely.
I led him through a door in the screened wall that separated the sales area of my shop from the feline playroom. This central space featured cat tunnels and trees of many types and heights, along with a system of wall shelves that let the most athletic animals climb as high as they dared. I explained to Perry that our boarders got turned out in the playroom by rotation, so each could get at least half an hour a day of real exercise. Again, he acted impressed. Here we came upon Sarah using a high-pitched voice and a fishing pole toy to coax an Abyssinian named Cinnamon down from one of the top shelves. After she succeeded, she deftly pinned the russet-colored cat against her shoulder and faced Perry. That expo is going to be a pretty big deal, I guess.
If I do my job right, it will be, he told her. As far as I can tell, there's never been anything like this before in New Jersey. Some regional groups hold cat shows.
He glanced at me for confirmation, and I nodded.
And once in a while there's a big pet expo with vendors and demonstrations. But with all the facilities at the new Bradburn Hotel and Convention Center, we want to bring together the best of both worlds. A professional, judged show run by the cat fanciers of New Jersey, plus about 100 vendors of cat-related products.
Sounds fantastic, I admitted. Cinnamon had climbed onto Sarah's shoulder and now began munching on her tight salt and pepper curls. With a laugh, she excused herself to take him back to his closet-sized condo. Meanwhile, Perry continued describing to me the wonders of the planned expo.
There also will be displays to promote area shelters and rescue groups, and demonstrations by local experts, such as you, Cassie. We'll even have appearances by celebrity guests.
Celebrity cats? I teased.
They exist. Some are rescues that have survived especially rough situations, like cats that are doing great with prosthetic limbs. Others have special talents like playing the piano. Through videos on social media, they've attracted hordes of followers. But we'll have cat-loving human celebrities too.
He lowered his voice and ducked his head, as if some spy might wander in from the front of the shop and overhear.
Keep it under your hat for now, but we're negotiating for Jackie Natal.
Sarah returned from her chore in time to catch this last line. The singer? Get real. Perry shook his head.
She grew up just a couple of towns away and still has family in the area. Plus, she's cat crazy.
True, I told my assistant. At least she's crazy about her own cat, Gordy. She's always posting pictures and videos online of herself with him, or of Gordy alone in cute poses. Perry pointed at me as if I had taken the words right out of his mouth.
By now, Jackie's cat is almost as famous as she is.
Sarah tilted her head and jutted her lower lip, assimilating this information. I had gotten the impression that she used Facebook and Twitter mainly to communicate with her church friends and her 2 grown children. Though she had probably heard Jackie Natal's music on the radio or seen her perform on TV, she wouldn't have come across any stray bits of self-promotion that the young pop star posted for her fans. I was aware of them mainly because of the cat connection, since I followed just about every thread related to